Sir, here's my portfolio. Long-term planning
Your portfolio?
done. Invested in index fund, risk management done, diversification done.
Yeah.
I think you should also take a break.
Wait. You think you're over smart?
Arey, I'm not
I see something you don't.
What?
There's a problem in how you've diversified.
I'll be a millionaire.
You could have made one check here and saved 10 lakhs at least. And I can see this mistake you should not have. Sit down right here and get ready for a lesson. I'll rank all of your mistakes from 1 to 5, starting with the easiest mistake and going to the worst mistake. So you really feel how bad you've got it and you're actually not that smart. Let's start with the first mistake. I can't believe you did this.
I
You
did
invested in what?
Crypto.
Crypto?
Sir, you said diversify karo. I did outside equity. It's diversification. I'm not wrong. You said me this is right.
Research to kiya hoga?
Yes.
What did you research?
It's a good coin.
On-chain analysis you did? What about the white
On-chain?
paper? What's the team behind this?
The
What
founding
problem
team.
is this crypto trying to solve?
No. So basically, I saw a tweet from Elon Musk. He said Dogecoin will go up, so I bought it. He's Elon, sir. So if he's saying it, this
It
will
must
go
be
up.
right.
Correct.
Okay, tell me one thing. Look at all these 3 charts.
Okay.
1,
Huh?
2, and 3. What would you do with these?
Well, they are in uptrend. So if I would have invested there, I would be a millionaire at that point.
And look at this. It's gonna go higher now.
Going. Yes, correct. Oh, that's crorepati.
And it's made all of this money. You know what's common in all of them? Everyone saw the market go up, and because it went up, they bought. And just like you, because it's going up, they bought.
What? And became
Really
Rich.
poor. Look at this crash over here. That's the tulip mania. You know when people actually bought tulips because they thought it has a lot of value? You also have the NFT crash where people thought these digital things on the internet, NFTs, would make a lot of money. Maybe there's a future there, but the market did crash. And now you're getting something similar in a lot of crypto. Maybe Bitcoin's okay, but my point is, if you don't understand the instrument, you can't.
But I did my
invest in it.
research, no? Okay, what should I do?
You should exit.
But sir, the Bitcoin is in uptrend right now, na? Should I exit pura kar do?
Maybe not. If you still want to invest in it because it's finally your choice, give it a 2%, 3%, 4% allocation. Not so much. You've given what?
4%.
That's your call. But this crypto thing is actually the most common thing I've seen, the most common mistake. So it's okay. The other mistakes are unforgivable.
They are not that deadly.
The 5th one is. But let's move on to the 2nd one. And that's diversification.
Correct. Yes.
What have you invested in?
Mutual fund,
Which ones?
large cap,
Tell me the names of the funds.
Nippon India Large Cap Fund, ICICI Prudential Blue Chip Fund, HDFC Top 100 Fund, large cap.
Can you tell me what stocks they've invested in?
I'll take some time. HDFC Bank, Reliance Industries.
And what about the second fund?
HDFC Bank, ICICI,
Third
Reliance, ICICI, HDFC, Reliance.
Basically, what you've done is you've invested in 3-4 funds, I think, and they've all invested in the same companies. So basically, you're investing in those 5 companies through these 3-4 mutual funds. There's an overlap. It's actually not diversified.
Why?
This is what diversification looks like.
Which is mid cap may invest, small cap may invest, large cap may invest.
Correct.
Oh.
Simpler, right? But this is not as obvious as the next one. This is also a little obvious. It is, right? And we have problem number 3, which is you invested everything in equity.
Plus crypto bhi,
Crypto to hata diya.
mutual fund bhi.
Basically, here's the problem. When a COVID-like situation happens, you know when the market fell
When?
in COVID?
Acha, yes.
How much did the market fall?
Very much.
34%.
Correct.
Which means your 1 lakh portfolio became 33% less
Down.
valuable after that fall. You don't want to put all your money inside just one asset. You also want to include another asset like
Gold,
Yes.
real estate. I mean,
Correct.
I know.
So example, if you had added a little more gold to it, so let's say 10 lakh rupees in equity and the market falls 34%, how much do you lose?
Very much.
3.4 lakhs. That is how much you would have lost in COVID. But let's say you've diversified your portfolio in the ratio of 70% equity, that's 7 lakh rupees, and 30% gold, that's 3 lakh rupees. Then the fall actually would not have been 34%. It would have actually been roughly 21% because gold gave you a cushion because it's well diversified.
How?
Because gold didn't move much when the market fell. So even out हो गया.
ये मुझे क्यों नहीं पता था?
So different assets react to different market situations differently. And gold and equity are actually not correlated. They are less correlated to each other. Basically, you want to make sure that you have some gold in your portfolio or other asset classes in your portfolio. Don't put everything in equity.
Okay.
And the fourth problem is I can't believe...
What is the
गाड़ी में बताया था ना मैंने?
कौन सी गाड़ी?
Direct
the video, yes.
Direct versus not direct funds. Look at this.
Regular funds.
You invested in regular funds and I've told you to invest in direct funds where the expense ratio is 1% less.
ठीक है, 15 years, 1%. How much is the difference? I'm sure
1% actually makes a huge difference.
It's very
See, if you need a financial advisor, then maybe investing in a regular fund makes sense. But you have me. Look at this calculator over here.
What calculator?
I'm putting all of your money in and we figured out what's the return here? 65.88 lakhs.
Oh, that's good.
And look at...
In 15 years?
In 15 years. And over here, look at the return with 1% more.
73 lakhs?
8 lakhs ka difference is what that 1% means. This also compounds. So this 8 lakhs is going to someone else when you could have actually made it for no damn good reason. And we went around that SUV, I taught you all these things and you ignore it. Where is another tissue? I'll throw it on your face.
What should I do?
Invest in a direct plan. Isn't that simple?
Perfect.
Which brings us to point number 5.
Oh, the worst mistake.
The worst mistake. And the mistake is IDCW.
ABCD?
IDCW versus growth. Basically, dividend versus growth.
Adi, to ye bolo na.
Hear me out. So, when you invest in a mutual fund, any mutual fund has two options. The growth option and the dividend option.
Okay.
Now, the dividend option is very interesting because all the stocks you've invested in actually give you a dividend every quarter. Not all, but some. And this is extra income.
Right.
And what the mutual fund does is it takes that dividend and sends it to your bank account. So it feels like you have regular income coming from this mutual fund.
Oh.
Got it? So let me show you an example here.
But why is this a mistake?
I'll tell you why it's a mistake. But if you look at this...
I'm getting money.
So if I look at the 5 years return of this fund, which is IDCW, you are making 12.92% CAGR.
Okay.
Remember it. How much?
12.92.
Okay.
In IDCW.
Yes. Now I'll take the same fund in a direct growth option. How much was it?
12.92.
Tell me again, how much was it?
12.92.
And here, how much is this?
15.88.
Can you believe it? It's the same fund, same everything. The difference is the dividend is being reinvested in the growth option, but in the dividend option, it is being paid out. So the compounding is actually better on this.
On the growth side.
Because it's being reinvested. And you selected the dividend option.
सबसे ऊपर आया था वो.
Go right now and check if any of your mutual funds have the dividend option. Switch to a growth option always, so the compounding is better. And you know, 1% made such a big difference. This is like a much larger difference.
Sir, I have a question. Why do they even have an option to invest in dividend fund? Growth में ही कर देते हैं direct.
You know, young people like you and me, who have age on their side, should use the compounding option, which is the growth option. But maybe your parents have a corpus and they want to earn something out of it also. So they can use the dividend option and that is not bad. It works for them, for people who are slightly older.
Oh, अच्छा ठीक है.
But I'm not done yet. I have 5 more problems on your portfolio.
5 what?